Hello and welcome to Whispers Paranormal News for Monday, November 17th. Be sure to find the links to the stories we discuss in today's episode at whispersradio.com, where you will find not only our show notes, but also all of our shows.
Our first story today comes from IO9, titled The Story's Alternate History Theme Park Where Dinosaurs Fought in the Civil War. And it says here, most speculative fiction surrounding the American Civil War imagines how the world would be different had the Confederacy won its independence. The roadside attraction creator Mark Klein, however, thinks that his question is, how would the world be different if dinosaurs, now you gotta imagine this, dinosaurs were part of the Civil War. And I'm thinking he's also taking it as they're fighting on the side of the Confederacy.
No, the Confederacy would have won if they had Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know.
Well, you got to go and see the pictures of the website, and we'll have them up, of course, at Whispers Radio, the link to this. The first picture here, you got a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and he's got a Union soldier held aloft in his teeth. And I can't tell for sure what the guy in the back's doing. He's on a horse.
I think he's trying to lasso him.
I think he's trying to lasso him, and he looks like he's smiling. Which, you know, if Tyrannosaurus Rex is attacking one of my compadres, I'm not going to smile. And we got to go see this. This is in Virginia. This isn't too far from where we're at.
What it is, they're like models or statues that are full color, look like life size, and they're spread out throughout the woods. And I mean, they're dinosaurs. There's people running from them, trying to hide in trees.
Well, there's a Triceratops. Triceratops. I can't say this. I'm not a dinosaur expert, people. This Confederate or a Union soldier's trying to climb a tree, and he's rammed the tree, knocked it over. You know, my personal favorite is this one here. It's the second picture down, and it looks like this guy's got amazing upper body strength. He's got some rags where he's holding himself, up and trying to get away from the claw or jaws of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. A girl's clinging to his waist, so he's got the rags, he's holding them, and she's gonna lose a foot. Right here.
It looks like it's kind of nipping at her little toesies.
Yeah, so, and we've got to check this place out. It's the Path of Dinosaur Kingdom. So, this looks like it would be fun.
We're there.
Yeah. Professor Klein's Dinosaur Kingdom. Is this in your relation to you?
No, this is not. Oh, I don't know.
It could be. We could get discounts.
I mean, dinosaurs, models, you never know.
How would the world be different if Jurassic Park came to the Confederates? All right. Our second story today comes from CropCircleConnector.com. And this is a, how do you say this? Ipuaku Santa Catarina State. This is a crop circle that was discovered there. It says here reported on November 8th. And I'm just finding a link to it. This is in Brazil. It says here, the person that was reporting it, A.J. Gevard, we finally had the first crop circle in Brazil ever. Yay, Brazil. I'm at the location investigating, see some photos attached. I will get a full report in a couple of days.
It's about time they get theirs.
Yeah, Brazil has finally caught up with the rest of the world. Estimated date and time from 10 p.m. Saturday on the 8th to 2 a.m. Sunday on the 9th. So somewhere in that time span. Description, 2 independent figures separated by 5 kilometers from each other. That's a pretty good distance. Each figure is a circle of approximately 20-meter diameter with an external ring. Now let's take a look at some of these pictures here. Jordan, I gotta ask, what do you think about crop circles?
I think they're all fake.
You think they're all faked?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this one.
It looks like all the hay's kind of laying down in the same way. So it could have been fake. See, ever since I saw like the Firefox crop circle.
Firefox. Oh, that's
so,
a cool one.
I mean, if they can make Firefox out of a field, you never know.
And look at this picture. Now this looks like this is one of the pictures near the bottom. If you're visiting the site, I would say if you're at the main bottom of the page, you have the last 3. It's the last one on the second one to the last. And if you look here, this is at the center of one of the rings, and it looks like some kind of red thing in the main center of it.
I believe that's called a leaf.
I don't think that's a leaf.
No.
Look closer. It looks bloodish to me. I don't know. But no matter what, I think what's happened here, going with the fake thing, if you put something in the middle here, imagine putting a pole in the middle, and then you would have to rotate around it to be able to get it exactly right.
It looks like everything looks swirled.
So
it looks fake to me.
I mean, you're saying they're all fake. I'd say this one, I would imagine it's fake.
The Brazilians were feeling left out and wanted a crop circle. And all they knew was circles because of their soccer teams.
Why are you making fun of the Brazilians? Why circles from the soccer? What are you talking? Jordan, you should apologize right now to Brazil. So, apologize right now to Brazil. I'm
Brazil,
waiting for it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, now here is a promo for Erie Radio.
Erie Radio, the endeavor for esoteric research and investigation into the enigmatic. Erie Radio is a weekly podcast that features interviews with the world's leading paranormal researchers. Download episodes of Erie Radio from your favorite podcatcher or directly from the show website at www.erieradio.com. Erie Radio. Listen, learn, laugh.
Okay, be sure to check out erieradio.com to check out their show.
All right, and finally, today's last story, and I think, Jordan, you're going to like this one. It's from the Telegraph. Child witches of Nigeria seek refuge. And I like the little description here at the beginning. Mary is a pretty 5-year-old girl with big brown eyes and a father who kicked her out onto the streets in one of the most dangerous parts of the world. Her crime? The local priest had denounced her as a witch and blamed her evil powers for causing her mother's death. Now, and this is a big problem in Nigeria. This is kind of a sad story. And picture at the top of the page. I mean, it breaks your heart. I tried my best not to laugh a little bit. One of the kids is holding this thing that says, "We are not witches or wizards," and arrest the false prophets. Now, what's happening with this story is there's a church in Nigeria, and it's ran by a lady by the name of Helen Ukpabio. She's a self-styled prophetess of the 150-branch Liberty Gospel Church, and she made a film that she distributed widely through the country called End of the Wicked. And it tells here in graphic detail how children become possessed and shows them signs of how they were inducted in the covens, and they learn to eat human flesh, stuff that wizards and witches do. And she says things like kids crying when they're babies and acting up and all this stuff is a sign that they're witches.
So it's really like a modern Salem witch trial.
In a way, yes. With kids being the victims. And the key signs it says here of being a servant of Satan is crying and screaming in the night. Okay, most kids do that. High fever and worsening health. Symptoms that can be found among many children in an impoverished region with poor health care. You can find that here, and we're not really that impoverished. My nephews and nieces. Well, yeah, we're just in a recession here. But, I mean, that's any kid does that. If they've got a high fever, you take them to the doctor. You don't kick them out on the streets.
Nick's wife, apparently, right now, is a witch.
Yes, she's running the high fever.
Burn her.
Well, well, there she goes. And this, it's kind of a sad thing, that this is happening in the world today. And all these kids, and this is a pretty long row of kids here.
It's just ignorance, and that's all it is. If you look at the pictures, they're not old at all. They're just little children, dressed up in clothes that looks like some missionary might have dropped off.
Well, it says here that Mary was found by a British charity worker, and today lives at a refuge in Akwa Ibom province with 150 other children who've been branded witches, blamed for their family's woes, and abandoned. So, I mean, it's... Well, what's this here? I just caught my... One horrific case, a young girl named Uma had a 3-inch nail driven into her skull, I guess to drive out the devil. So.
Now, see, that was actually a medieval form of health care, in medieval times. If somebody was believed to be demon-possessed, they would drive a nail through their skull in order for the demon to...
And see, that reminds me of, it's ignorant, of course, but it reminds me of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where they took the lady and weighed her with the duck. Yeah. And she supposedly weighed right. But
build a bridge out of her.
They would throw people in the water. Now, if they sunk and drowned, they would not be a witch. But if they floated, they were a witch. They took them out and killed them. So it works. It works both ways. Well, Jordan, I think that's all the time we have for today. So
be sure to check out Whispers Radio this Wednesday. We'll be welcoming Sherry Brake Ricco, and she'll be talking about West Virginia State Penitentiary and the hauntings that take place there.
Well, they're still taking place. We were just there.
Yeah. Make sure to check back again on Friday when we bring back more paranormal news.
That's great. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.